Hello everybody and welcome to DRL TV. I'm your host James Pandolf, filling in for David Warborn tonight. Joining me in the booth is Scott Bosner. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Doing good, JP. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Looking forward to seeing 98 laps at Atlanta Motor Speedway. These tires are going to be something to keep an eye out on, seeing how many times these guys are going to have to pit or if they're going to try to stretch the tire wear on this old surface here at Atlanta. Right now underway with qualifying, we got Bill Edwards on the track. He's starting his second lap. Ryan Hesgaard currently the quickest with about 3 minutes left to go in qualifying.
Yeah, fastest track in all of NASCAR, and at 78-degree temperature, we're going to see some high speeds tonight.
Completing his second lap, he moves up to second with a 31.080. That's a pretty good lap time for the S2R camp. Let's see who else is on the track at this time. 31 of Jordan Barrios. He's coming off of turn 4 now. As he blinks out there via iRacing, we'll see if that affects his lap time at all. It looks like it might have, as he did not post a lap time. See if we can find somebody else that's not as blinky. You see the 91 James Lindahl, he wants to start on the back of the pack. He's just waiting there at the start-finish line.
Yeah, my guess is we'll see the same thing from Thomas Harmon.
Yeah, I was talking to Thomas earlier before the race, and he mentioned that he wanted to start on the back of this one. Evan Rice sets a 31.241, good enough for 11th. We'll see if he's able to crack the top 10 on his second lap time. Just under 2 minutes left to go in qualifying. Looking at the practice, Rod, any notables you see stand out? Look at the practice sheet.
You know, actually, I was really impressed with Connor Lane. I'd been looking for him in the standings, and he was pretty quick there in practice. I think what I have him top five car in practice. So I'd say look out for Connor Lane.
Yeah, it looks like he had a bit of difficulty as he's actually on his lid right now in qualifying. Currently 11th with a 31.317.
Last few races, my pick has been the kiss of death. So a shout out to poor Connor Lane. He may not do well tonight.
Matt Vandergoy, 13th fastest with a minute left in qualifying. Let's see who else is on the track. Looks like Casey Drake is going to do the same and start near the back in that 87 McDonald's Toyota Supra. I think just about everybody has qualified, as we're going to do a quick look through the remaining cars. You see everybody else waiting at the start finish line with 30 seconds left. They're going to be crossing over. So at this time it looks like Ryan Hesgaard will be the pole sitter. Ryan Hesgaard actually missed last week at Phoenix, so that's a good way to rebound after missing out. And then there's Eric Wolf in the Pennzoil 24 scheme, last week's race winner. He's starting outside along with Ryan Hesgaard. See what. Oh, hold the phone, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Lucky at the very last second grabs the pole with a 31.011.
Yeah, Lucky sneaks in there at the end and steals it.
So that will actually put Ryan Hesgaard to the outside row of row number 1, and Eric Wolf will be starting third behind that 77. Let's see if we can pull in our pole sitter for an interview. And here he is. Hey, Chris Lucky, this is the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, at the very last second in qualifying, you steal that pole away from Ryan Hesgaard. How's the car feel out there?
It was qualifying, felt pretty good. I'll probably start off leading. You know, I want to go after the bonus point for leading a lap, and then I'll fade trying to save tires. So we'll see how this plays out. This track really chews up the tires.
Absolutely, with this older surface. Do you expect a 2-tire strategy by most of these guys tonight, or you think anyone's going to try to stretch it with a 1-stop?
I don't know. I think a 1-stop is more than doable. I only plan on if we stay green the whole way, I only plan on doing 1-stop. But you got to take it easy on the right front, or you'll never make it. So some guys, I'm sure, will go for 2.
Absolutely. And Rod, do you have anything for Chris before we let him go?
No, I think you covered it pretty well, JP. Good luck out there, Chris.
Thanks, Rod. Thanks, JP.
And that was our poster to Chris Lucky. As we take a look at the starting grid, Chris Lucky starting on the pole, Ryan Hesgard right alongside him. And look at that time difference it was to get the pole. A few hundredths of a second. That's how close it was. Bill Edwards starting 5th, Ben Izenga 6th. 7th goes to Mike Lemon in the 38, and Jeffrey Meyer alongside him. 9th goes to Evan Rice in that 8, and Taylor Butcher Benjamin rounding out the top 10. Richard Lucky 11th, Connor Lane 12th. Dustin Musial 13th, and Matt Vandenberg 14th. 15th goes to Jordan Berry, and Logan McMahon only making his first start of the season 16th. And there's Thomas Harmon. We talked about how he wanted to start in the back. He's starting in the 20th position. James Lindell, J.W. Williams, second. And that's going to do it for tonight's starting grid. 22 cars taking the track. That's the pace guys bring them down to the back sets. We're getting ready to go green. It's going to be interesting to see how these guys react and who stays tires and who don't.
Well, if Harmon wants to move up to the front, he's going to have to use up some time.
Laps, pace cars getting ready to jump off. Chris Lucky getting into the field. And he is off. Green flag. Chris Lucky with a great start there. Eric Wolf to the inside of the 2 car. He's going to try to take second as they head down into turn 1. Looks like he will be able to do just that as the top 5 are not seeing piled out. Ben Izenga on the high side of that 38 of Mike Lemon as they head down the back straightaway.
And it looks like Lucky's going to lead that lap that he wanted to get.
He will indeed, and that's valuable bonus points as we continue on in this season. Looks like the top 10 is just about single filed out. Kind of leaning from the outside edge of really one Richard Lucky. That is the 10th position. Right behind them, Casey Drake gets by between 2, Dustin Yusuf, but Dustin Yusuf not going to pick it up that easily. As they're neck and neck crossing the line down into turn 1 to go. Richard Lucky also moving up to the high line as the 45 takes advantage and gets by him. And then Thomas Harmon.
I think, JP, as we see this race go on, this will turn into more and more a single groove race because as the tires wear a little bit, you can't move around it.
Absolutely, I agree with you there as we're on board with Thomas Harmon, currently in the 14th position. Only 4 laps in, he's already gained 6 spots. As you see 2 wide racing up in front of him as they go down into turn 3.
And as I watch practice, right there coming out of 2 is where I was seeing a lot of the cars struggling and smacking that outside wall coming out of 2. So that's what we need to watch for is cars coming off of 2, not being able to make that.
And he's able to Mike Lemon going down the backstretch. So far, so good. 5 laps completed here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Going back up front, you see Eric Wolf starting to put pressure on Chris Lucky in that 77. It looks like a 3-car breakaway right as go that third car at 9. Then we go back to 4th SSS to our teammate Bill Edwards, and Ben Izenga are also a part of SDR.
And it looks like Lucky's strategy of leading the first lap and then kind of fading back a little bit has gone by the wayside because he's out front and powering.
Yeah, looking at his lap times, he's running the exact same lap as Eric Wolf. 31.4 their best laps was a 31.1, so only 3/10 falling off on this 8th lap of Green Flag Racing.
And it looks like Wolf might be looking to get around him shortly. I'm wondering if he'll put up much of a fight or just let him.
That's a great question, as you see him almost to his back bumper as they head down into turn number 1. You can hear him playing with that throttle in the middle of the corner. You're going to hear a lot more of that as these tires continue to wear down. As he looks down into the inside of him, down into turn 3. Looks like he'll be able to make that pass. Will there be a crossover attempt? I don't believe so, as Chris Lepke's going to let him have it. Eric Wolf leads lap number 9.
And I do believe he just let him go. I don't think he put up much of a fight, just let him go.
Ryan Hesga is going to take advantage of that. He looks to clear him for second down the backstretch. Going back a little bit deeper in the field. Logan, Jeffrey, and Taylor battling it out for the 8th position. Almost contact there between 45 and 50. Great battling going on as Connor Lane was able to make that pass on to Benjamin for 10th position. Going back up front, Ryan Hesga putting a lot of pressure to Eric Wolf. That is for the lead. The top 3 drivers are all running 31.7s. See the 62 of Anthony Burrows look to get around Ben Izenga, and that'll be for the 5th position. He is able to clear him, so 5th now is Anthony Burrows.
And Thomas Harmon has moved all the way up to 12th already and is pressuring Taylor Butcher Benjamin for the 11th spot.
Looks like he'll have his nose down into turn 1. He might be able to clear him. Very good pressure, but wide. And he will do so. 11th, Thomas Harmon.
Right now, Harmon and McAnally are our biggest movers of the race.
Yep, Logan McAnally started in the 16th spot, currently 8th. A little bit of a gap between the guys in front and the guys behind. A little bit behind them, Mike Lemon's battling out with Matt Vanderpool. That's for the 13th position. Matt Bloom is right behind them with number 67. Hesgard still with tremendous pressure to Eric Wolf, only about 2-3 car lengths separate those two for the lead. As Chris Lucky is now being reeled in by that 62 car of Anthony Burrows. Burrows is going to take third position away down in 1 and 2.
Harmon's moved into the top 10. Got around Jeffrey Meyer.
As he's working over the 81 of Connor Lane for the 9th position. 80 laps to go here at Atlanta. And Harmon makes the pass, moving him up to another position.
This really is, classic Thomas Harmon, though. He likes to start at the back and work his way through the field. Yeah, I don't know how he's not going to burn the tires up.
Yeah, that's a good question. We'll have to see what happens in about 20 laps when these guys are on really old tires. As the fastest lap last time belonged to Anthony Burrows, who's in the 3rd position. Chasing down now 2 leaders, Eric Wolf and Ryan Hesgard. About a 10th quicker than both of them. As Ryan Hesgard to the inside of Eric Wolf. Eric Wolf gets a little loose. That's going to open the door for the 2 to go down and around him. New leader Ryan Hesgard as he leads lap 21.
Yeah, but Wolf's not going to go by easy.
He is not, as Ryan Hesgard gives him plenty of room. Looks like the 24 is going to take that position back. Great battle we have for the lead. As the field has really spread out now, just over 20 laps into this one. We see Logan get around Ben Izenga. That's for the 7th position. And right behind them is the 68 of Thomas Harmon. just how much banking this track has. The gyro cannon.
And these cars aren't running restrictor plates on this track, so this is officially the fastest track NASCAR has.
To the inside of the 17, Thomas Herman gets around him as they enter turn 3. That's another position for that 68, up to 8th position there. Battle for the lead continues on as Ryan Hesgaard is not giving up on that 24. Back bunker 2-1.
I tell you what, as fast as Burrows has been, these two keep fighting for position. He'll be right there with them shortly.
Yeah, he's only about 3 car lengths behind him. He's closing in rapidly. He was a 10th faster than both of them last lap. I'm bored with the 62. As you can see just how bumpy the track is looking in the nose cam. To the inside, Anthony Burrows. He has room. He's going to take advantage of that coming off of turn 4. Hesgaard's going to give it to him. Hard charge for that lead. 30 laps complete as they cross the start-finish line. No cautions as of yet. It's been green flag racing.
Burrows is looking inside for the lead.
And he barely clears him, but Anthony Burrows is in the lead. It looks like he will lead this lap as well.
And I keep checking on the 68 of Thomas Harmon. He's moved up, I believe, to the 7th position now.
He has indeed passing the 45. Looking at lap times, Logan is just about as fast as the 68. We'll see if these two somehow be able to work together and catch 6th place. Evan Rice, as he's chasing that Chris Lucky.
So I'll tell you what, JP, we're about a third through this race now. Is there anything that jumps out and surprises you so far?
I think looking at the lap times, I thought there would be more fall off than there is. There's about a second of fall off. I figured there'd be a little more than that, as Ben Izenga and Taylor Butcher Benjamin are both down on pit lane. So it looks like some people are doing a two-stop strategy as we are 1/3 of the way complete. As the 8 of Evan Rice to the inside of Chris Lucky, our pole sitter. He's going to take that 5th position away. I don't know about you, but I did not do any B fixed races this week. Are these guys capable of going 50 laps on a tank of fuel?
I did not get a chance to do any either. I know that the mileage I was getting in the truck tells me yes, they can go 50. The truck looked to get about 55 to 60, so I think the cars could probably get about 50 and get away with it.
As we see Jordan Berry down the pit and Jesse Hyman. Other than that, people have decided to pit, and if they're going to do this on a one stop, they're going to need to reach
Yellow flag's out.
50. As I was mentioning, that caution is out. Who is that on? Not quite sure. Ben Izenga, it looks like. Let's see if we can see what happened. Looks like contact on 66. We're gonna
Yeah, J.W. Miller.
get a better look at that. Looks like Ben Izenga kept coming up the track and J.W. Miller was there. We're gonna give one more look at that. Significant right side damage to that 36. Let's see if he has any front damage. And he does a whole lot of it. His whole nose has been taken off.
Yeah, that's really gonna hurt Izinga too, because he just stopped for fresh tires and was, I believe, a lap down when that happened.
As you see from this cockpit view, he just didn't see the 36 at all. He might have assumed that he was clear at that point. But bad luck for both of these drivers. As green flag pit stops are caution pit stops, excuse me, are underway. Anthony Burrows is going to be the first one off of pit lane. Evan Rice with a nice pit stop as well. Looks like he's the second one off the pit lane, beating Eric Wolf, Ryan Hesgard, and Chris Lucky. So fantastic pit stop there by that 18. Gonna move him up to second place. saps continue. We should be getting the 1 to go signal this time by. A few cars who caught pitting early before that caution came out will be getting the laps back. That is the 50 of Jeffrey Meyer and the 31 of Jordan Berry.
Lights are off on the pace car. Double them up, boys.
Anthony Burr is going to elect the inside line. These guys are going to have to be careful about the wheel spin. I know this track has this notorious short wheel spin on it, but see everyone's able to keep it together, and everyone's going to slip up and lose a lot of positions. And you see the rest of the field coming together after leaving pits. Pace car is operating towards the lead flag. And he will do so. A great restart there for Anthony Burrows after Rice. Not quite able to clear. Eric Wolf should hold on to second. Eric Wolf will have the inside as they head down into turn 1. It's a top 5 single file out. Keep an eye on Thomas Harmon there as he's now up with the top 6 or so. See if he'll be able to make a push for the lead. We have great side-by-side racing. We're outside of that 68 right now. Right in front of him is William Edwards, Bill Edwards in that 75. Just lucky clears the 75. But crossover move, Bill Edwards to the inside now. Oh, contact there with the 89.
Connor Lane.
Oh, what a great save. Connor Lane with a magnificent save there. As he's going to lose a few more positions as he's gathering his speed back. As the top 10 have single filed out.
Oh yeah, I just went back and looked at that incident of Connor Lane. That was some serious net code that just kicked his rear end right out.
Anthony Burrows, Eric Wolf, and Evan Rice, the top 3, kind of have a little bit of a gap to 4th place Ryan Hesworth.
Chris Lucky just powered right around Ryan Hesgard.
That moves him up to 4th as Thomas Herman's going to look to do the same to his S12. As we have Logan in the 45 and Mike Lemon in the 38 now in the mix in this top 5 battle. But for the lead, Eric Wolf all over that back bunker. top 5 drivers all ran 31.4s. As the top 3 emerged there, Rice closed that gap to the back bumper of Eric Wolf. Going to be halfway this time by at the line. Only one caution. And it's Anthony Burrows who leads the halfway point. Started all the way back to 20th, has now cracked the top 5. Checking out James Lindau, he's currently 21st, his highest position is 15th. Not quite having the night he wanted. We'll see if he's able to rebound towards the end of this one. Edwards to the inside of the 68, teammates battling it out for the 5th position. Chris Lucky has now come to the mix. This is now a battle for 4th.
Yeah, Harmon's right there too. Or Harmon, excuse me. Hesgard's right there too.
3 S2R teammates, nose to tail. Oh, as Bill Edwards gets a little shot there by his teammate Ryan Hesgard. Coming right back.
And gets slammed by Musel. No caution.
No caution.
There it is. Caution's out.
That was a pretty big hit there for the 75. Let's see if we can take a better look at that. On board with Bill Edwards going down in the 2-1. Looks like Ryan Hesgard just hits us in the left rear a little bit and sends him up the track. And then Dustin Musel with nowhere to go. See that on board with the 22 as they go down in 2-1. See 75 get loose, shoots up the track, and then right back down. 22 just nowhere to go.
Yeah, that just happened so fast for Dustin. It just no help in that at all. No choice, nothing to do.
Do that one more time. Logan's able to get by it and just nowhere to go for Dustin. He definitely has some engine trouble. I don't think it's a 30-minute though, with probably a few minutes of options. As the leads come down to pit. Second caution of the night for these guys. Race off pit road, looks like it will be Anthony Burrows, Evan Rice, and Eric Wolf making out the top 3.
And quick check, all 3 of those took 4 tires.
Let's see if we can pull in Evan Rice for a quick interview.
Oh.
Hey, Evan Rice, this is the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes.
Well, currently sitting in the second position on that last green flag run we had, you were hanging tough with both Anthony Burris and Eric Wolf. Do you think you'll have something on this restart to get around that 62?
Honestly, I'm content staying behind him right now because hopefully we can get a long run in here and we can race it out on worn tires. But honestly, that whole run I was trying to save my tires and I thought I was doing a pretty good job. So I think I would have had a chance if I had gone green the whole way. So I'm just honestly hoping we get a long run.
Absolutely, as we are just past the halfway point now, still plenty of time to do so. We're going to let you go here as we're about to get back going racing. Good luck to you, and hopefully we talk to you at the end of this one.
Alright, no problem.
That was Evan Rice, DRL rookie this season. It's been pretty impressive up to this point in the season, 5 races in. What do you think, Rod? Do you think we'll see a first-time winner tonight?
Well, Evan Rice is definitely strong tonight, that's for sure. Just quick look at the standings. He's sitting 14th in the standings with, top 5, top 10, probably both in the top 5 category. So he's probably got a top 5 finish already this year. I wouldn't count him.
As you see, pole sitter Chris Lucky, and he'll be restarting 5th. As the field is double stacking. A couple cars still in the pit. You see Bill Edwards there over 150 seconds. So his night's probably done for.
And Hesgard was given an EOL penalty for that incident. So he's going to have to push it really hard to get back up to the front.
Pace car getting ready to duck off here for Anthony Burrows, who's electing the inside line. And we are back racing. Little wheel spin there for the 77. Michael now to check up for him. Looks like Eric Wolf's going to be able to clear Evan Rice for that second position. Thomas Harmon singled out in 4th, able to get around 5th place. Logan McNamara.
Rice ducks to the inside.
Not quite able to keep his nose there, come off in turn 4, but Evan Rice did not want to give up second that easily. As Chris Lucky is really
And into the wall.
He saves it. Wow, let's see if we can see that one more time. Let's see if he gets some help or if he was just by himself. Oh yeah, he got a little bit of a love tap there by the 81. You see him do a heck of a job keeping it straight. Has some work cut out for him to get that up inside that top 5.
Yeah, and he's got some right rear damage now too, so it's going to slow him down a little bit. It might not handle quite the same.
Battle for 3rd is on. Thomas Harmon to the inside. Of the 8 car, Evan Rice is able to clear him down in 3. Harmon went a little high, thought that was going to open the door for the 45 when he didn't close it up real quick.
And it looks like Dustin Musil's officially taking his car to the garage. He's done.
Yeah, it looks like that's inside the top 10 at the time of that incident. One thing I did notice on this restart is there isn't a 3-car breakaway like there had been in the past couple of restarts. All 7 of these drivers are staying relatively nose to tail. Back in the pack here, Richie Benjamin just got around the 50 of Jeffrey Minor. That was for the 8th position. Then a little bit farther back, you see Ryan Hesler right behind the 31 from Barry, 41 of Richard Lucky Hesler turned 14th. Try to take 13th away from Jordan Berry. Looks like he will be able to do so. Back up front, everyone's still single file. However, 68 times Herman to the inside of Evan Rice. Might be able to clear him off for turn 4 at the line. Harmon clears him down into 1. Start finish line. Completion of lap 68. We have 30 laps to go. Guys all hanging on strong. So it looks like Burrows now looking to pull away a little bit on the 24 as this green flag run has reached over 15 laps. These tires are starting to wear out a little bit. Burrows about a 10th faster. That time by.
Yeah, I was just looking at that, JP, and it looks like, you know, at least, you know, Burrows, if not Burrows, and to some extent Wolf are starting to pull out just a bit. And just as I say that, it looks like Thomas Harmon's all over the back end of Eric Wolf.
This is battle for second as Burrows now has half a second advantage over second place. Looking through the field, everybody is pretty single filed out. Not much of more side by side racing at the moment. Only one car has DNF, and that's the 22 of Dustin Houston. Bill Edwards is 13 laps now. The 20 driver still on the lead lap, only 2 cautions. Harmon trying to keep again to the inside, not quite able to do it this time by. Try and make something happen as 75 laps have been complete here.
I'll tell you what, JP, if this stays green, I've been watching Evan Rice turn laps, and he's not cutting that corner quite as deep as everybody else. I don't know if he's trying to save his tires a little bit to see if they last a little bit more, or what he's doing.
Yeah, that's a good point. He did mention in the in-car interview that he was hoping for that long green flag run. If he's able to get it as he wishes, we might be able to see him pull off the win. As Harmon was able to get around Eric Wolf that last lap, we'll see if he has anything for Anthony Burrows, who has just about a second advantage. Like he's pulling a little bit away from that 24 of Eric Wolf, but it's Burrows who has the better advantage. He's now over a second and a quarter ahead of the 6-day of time zone. Last lap, Burrows 1.10 faster than Thomas Harmon, Eric Wolf third, Evan Rice fourth, and Logan McNally, he's in the 5th position. nose to tail as Evan Rice looks to take third away from Eric Wolf. Eric Wolf looks like he's slipping a little bit. Inside Evan Rice. Not quite able to clear him as they almost made contact off the turn 4. At the line is Wolf with the advantage. Eric Wolf slides up the track and is going to open the door for Evan Rice. Down the back straightaway, and he does. As Logan looks to take advantage and passes the corner 4 as well. He might even pass the 8 coming off the final corner to the start finish line.
Yeah, McAnally several times looked like he might take a 3 wide right between the 8 and the 24, and he obviously thought better of.
And it pays off as he was able to pass them both in about 1 lap's time. The advantage is almost 2 seconds now for Anthony Burrows as we're winding down the laps, just about to be 10 laps to go. Ryan Hesgar makes a pass on. That puts Ryan Hesgar into a top 10 position as Mike Lemon is right in front of him, as well as the 50 drifting around. Now Hesgar had that EOL at the start of this. He's definitely hoping for a caution. I think he'll be able to make something happen if he has the opportunity to fight for that lead. Bill Edwards has come down pit lane. Involved in that last caution, Ryan Hesgar got into the back bumper of him.
Looks like McAnally's looking to get around Harmon.
Almost into the grass. Through turn 1, he's door to door with Thomas Herman. He might be able to clear him coming off of turn 2, and he will.
Well, Logan McAnally makes it up to second, but he's 2 whole seconds off of first place. I don't think there's enough time left for him to catch him, even if he is fast.
Will the 45 be able to make up 2 seconds in the 8 laps to catch Anthony Burrows? That's a lot to ask for, because not only will he have to make up the 2 seconds and catch him, he'll also have to pass him.
Yeah, and he lost a little bit of time that lap even, so I don't know. Barring a caution, I think this is going to be Anthony Burrows' race to lose.
So you see Connor Lane putting pressure for 6 on Taylor Brooks Benjamin. Connor Lane doing a fantastic recovery job after doing a magnificent save earlier in the race that sent him back quite a few positions. Same with Ryan Hesger, who's right behind him in 8th. Had that EOL on the last restart inside the top 10. Chris Lucky, who was our pole sitter this evening, he's currently in the 10th position. Guy we hadn't mentioned yet tonight, Joshua Durham, started 18th, currently 12th, fighting for 11th if he's able to get himself around Jeffrey Meyer. Highest position of the night was 9th, so he's been hanging out right around that top 10 all night long. As he's able to clear Meyer for 11th. He has 5 laps to go if he's going to be able to get a top 10 finish. He'll have to get around that 77 of Chris Lucky. 4 laps to go now for our leader, Anthony Burrows. He's going to pass lap traffic. That's the 17 of Ben Izenga, who was involved in our first caution of the night. .5 seconds about is the gap between first and second. A little blinking issue going on for the 68 of Thomas Harmon. Did he disconnect?
No, I don't have anything. Nothing official yet, but I can't pick him up on the screen at all. There he is.
He's come back. That's about a whole lap of a glitch there for Thomas Harmon. He's still blinking
And he's
out.
gone again.
He's going to have to be careful that race control doesn't black flag him and tell him to come down pits.
Oh, that would be heartbreaking this late in the race.
White flag is out for the 62 of Anthony Burrows. As 31 lets him by. Across the start-finish line, Anthony Burrows wins tonight's race at Atlanta in the Grand National Series. This is Anthony Burrows' first win of the season, second top 5. What a drive there by Anthony Burrows. Second is Logan Magnelli, third Thomas Harmon. Evan Rice brings it home 4th, and Eric Wolf will round out the top 5. Great race overall, only 2 cautions and 1 DNF. As Burrows gets to burn it down. It's a fantastic burnout. He almost did the whole front straightaway. See if we can pull him in for an interview. as he continues to burn down. Hey, Anthony Burrows, this is the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Yep, I got you.
Well, what a heck of a second half you had. A couple of restarts there, but you were able to pull it off and get your first win of the 2020 season. Walk us through your night.
Yeah, kind of messed up qualifying. Hit the wall starting my first lap, so didn't really have the qualifying I wanted. Yeah, kind of dropped back at the beginning of that first run. Probably saved a little too much, but it ended up paying off. Was able to get the lead right before the yellow came out. And yeah, off the restarts, I think I was trying a little too hard to save because Eric was right on my bumper the whole time. But yeah, after about 20 laps, I started to pull from him, so I think I did a pretty good job saving still. So yeah, this is my favorite track, so glad I was able to come out and get the win tonight.
Absolutely, and we know last season in the Cup Series, you were able to pull off a last lap pass on John Theodore and pick up the win as well. So back-to-back years for you winning the Atlanta Spring Race.
Yeah, actually, I don't think I won that one. I think Chris Lucky got the win in that one in the Cup Series last year. I'm not too sure.
I'll have to do a fact check, but anyways, Rod, do you have anything for Anthony?
No, heck of a run, Anthony. Clearly the class of the field tonight. I mean, you won by well over 2 seconds. We pulling away. I mean, hats off to you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Anthony, before we let you go, do you have any shout-outs you'd like to give out?
Yeah, big shout out to my team, Nexus Esports. Shout out to Connor. I think he made contact earlier and got some damage. Kind of felt. Big shout out to you for putting the broadcast on as always, and shout out to everyone watching.
Alrighty, Anthony, congrats on your win. First win of the 2020 season. I'm sure you'll have a few more if things go your way, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Anthony. Congrats.
And I did my fact check, and it was season 2 that Anthony Burrows picked up the win at Atlanta. Last season was Chris Lucky. Let's see if we can pull in second place. Hey Logan, this is the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, sir, it's glad to have you back. Your first race of the 2020 season, and heck of a statement you made. Haven't lost a beat. Started 16th, coming home second. What more would you have needed to possibly win this one? Anthony Burrows was fast all night long.
It's all about saving them tires. It was like you save for 20 laps, and then if you went hard, the thing just wanted to plow a field. It was weird.
Yeah, absolutely. But we noticed all night long you were coming from that back of the pack. Do you think a late race restart, you think you would have had something?
I don't really know because the restarts were weird. You had to be on the bottom to pass anybody, and starting second, you start on the outside, so you really don't know where you're going to end up when you come off a two.
That is very true. Going to next week, you look forward. Will we be seeing you back next week?
What's next week? Homestead?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll probably run that.
Alrighty, we're looking forward to seeing you there. Rod, do you have anything for Logan before we let him go?
No, impressive run, Logan. Started, near the back of the pack, and at one point we had you, bottom of the top 10, and next thing we know, here comes the 45. Where'd the 45 come from? Excellent run. Very impressive.
Thank you, sir.
And
it was really fun to get out there and save some tires. That first run was I shredded the thing off. I was at like 30%, but it was fun.
And lastly, do you have any shout-outs you would like to give out?
My family, that's about it. I ain't got a sponsor on the car this year. It's just a plain black car. So
Alrighty, Logan. Well, it was awesome to see you back on the track, and looking forward to seeing you next week. Hopefully, talk to you in Victory Lane.
Sir, see you next week.
And lastly, let's see if we can pull in Thomas. Hey, Thomas, this is the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Yeah, 10-4, I got you.
Well, started nearly dead last. That was your plan from the get-go, and wind up finishing third. Do you think a late race caution would have got you the win, or a better look at the win?
I don't know about all that. The way it started, I started blinking there at the end. I think I would have caused a big one and gotten an EOL for it. But um, I don't know that the green-white checkered would have done anybody any favors, or even a late race caution would have done anybody any favors. Because just a couple laps in, those cars would get insanely tight, and somebody would have pushed up into somebody, and it would have just been caution fest from there, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. The tire wear at this track was magnificent. You did a heck of a job working your way out from the back of the field. As those tires continued to wear down, how was your car acting? Was it really tight? Did it start to loosen up at all?
On the first long run that we had, it would be tight on entry and a little bit in mid, but the middle of the corner is when I'd get it to rotate and I could really drive it off. But I think I just burned up too much stuff fighting with Wolf there on that second run to get that kind of roll off of it, because it just wanted to push the whole way.
Going to Homestead next week. I know you've had opportunities at the championship at Homestead. However, Homestead's not the championship race this week, so a little less pressure. How do you feel about going in and possibly getting that win?
I don't know that I've run these cars at Homestead. I know I've run the Cup car there and the truck there, but I don't know about these cars. So it might be a guessing game next week.
Fair enough, that's for sure. Rod Fosno, do you have anything for Thomas?
I'll tell you what, Thomas, last week I welcomed you to the top of the leaderboard, and just look at the leaderboard and the results from this race. It looks like the top five is going to be a big shakeup. All the positions except for one. You're going to stay atop the leaderboard. How do you feel about that?
I like the feel of it, and I hope to keep it that way for the remainder of the year.
All right, Thomas, do you have any shout outs you'd like to give out?
Yeah, shout out to S2R. Great teamwork we do together. We put together every week, and the on-track performances we've had been pretty good lately. You guys up in the booth are broadcasting it to the fans. All the fans that come out and watch, be it in the broadcast or anybody's personal stream. Apple for being on the side of the car, and Spider Dimitri, and all the admins and race control for DRL that come out and allow us to put this thing together every week.
All right, Thomas, congrats on your top 3 finish, and hopefully we'll talk to you in Victory Lane next week.
Hope so. See you there.
See you next week, Thomas.
Alrighty, that'll do it for our post-race interviews. Let's see if we can take a quick look at our unofficial results. Anthony Burrows leading 68 laps tonight, the most laps led. Logan McAnally second, Thomas Harmon third, Evan Rice, a great top 5 finish for him, coming home fourth. Eric Wolf leading 21 laps, he finishes fifth. Ryan Hesgard 1 lap led sixth, a great rebound for him after serving that EOL on that final restart. Connor Lane 7th, Richard Lucky 8th, Taylor Butch and Benjamin 9th, and Joshua Durham round out the top 10. 11th goes to Chris Lucky, the pole sitter tonight, leading 8 laps. Matt Burgess 12th, Jeffrey Meyer 13th, Mike Lemon 14th, Matt Vanderkoy 15th, James Lindau 16th, Casey Drake comes home 17th, J.W. Miller, who was involved in that first caution with Ben Izenga, he comes home 18th. Jordan Berry 1 lap down 19th. Ben Izenga, who I just mentioned was involved in that first incident, 1 lap down 20th. 21st goes to Bill Edwards, 36 laps down, and Dustin Musil, the only DNF tonight, 44 laps down and 22nd. The next race for the Dynasty Racing League Grand National Series is the Homestead Miami 175. That is Monday, March 23rd at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for 117 laps at the 1.5-mile track. The next race on DRL TV is the Dynasty Racing League Truck Series Atlanta 125. That is tomorrow night, Tuesday, March 17th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for 82 laps back here at Atlanta.
I'll be there.
That is true. Be sure to tune in and cheer on Rod as he'll look for his first win in the Dynasty Racing League Truck Series.
Heck, JP, I'd be happy with my first top 5 in the Dynasty Racing League.
And thank you to everybody that makes Dynasty Racing League possible. James Fandoff, Martin Wenzel, Jordan Gonzalez with their graphics and technical support. Thank you to everybody that broadcast, David Wellborn Jr. Thank you, Rod Fosnar, who joins David on the Grand National Series broadcast. Thank you to everybody who has joined us in the booth as special commentators. Race controllers, thank you to James Pandoff, Dakota Wilkins, Jeremy Hebel, Mike Springer, who's done race control lately. And thank you to all the admins, James Pandoff, Getty Buckner, Martin Wenzel, David Warborn Jr. I think that'll about do it here tonight, Rod. Any final thoughts on tonight's race?
Yeah, this was a fun race. It kept it pretty clean. It was pretty quick, fast track, quick race. A lot less cautions than I hoped, and it did get a little tedious because we got single file, but drivers kept it interesting, and really Thomas Harmon, hats off to him. I mean, starting dang near shotgun on the field and finish top 3, that's why he's the points leader, folks.
Absolutely. That was a great drive by everybody. And congrats once again to Anthony Burrows picking up his first win of the 2020 season. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow night for the Dynasty Racing League Truck Series. Have a good one.
Good night, everybody.